name is Eugene, or Gene Sampieri. My rank was sonar technician, SOG-2. Most of the other officers I have trouble remembering. The one I remember upper would be my chief. It was Chief Betts, an old soul. I met him years later at a picnic over in Columbus, New Jersey, that a guy that's a radioman that I know aboard was having. And he looked at me and he looked, "You're Sam, aren't you?" I remember you. When I met him, he must have been, at that point, probably 75, 80 years old. But he was a good guy. Stayed out of your way. The chief stayed out of your way. On board the Purvis, there were a number of officers I remembered. Of course, the captain's name I don't remember offhand. We had the executive officer, what's his name, Fletcher? He had called me in to see him for my shipping overtalk. And he said, "Sam, have a seat." "Yes, sir." He says, "Well, how are you doing?" I said, "Fine, sir. How are you?" And he says, "Is there anything I can do to talk you into shipping over?" I said, "No, sir." He says, "Is there a why?" And I said, "Well," there's a lot that I like, an awful lot that I like, and an awful lot has been done for me. I said, "But I look at a lot of the lifers, and I don't see what I see is a lot of what I don't like." I said, "The way they are when they're away from home. You have lifers who going over, and next thing you know, they're on board ship. They're not allowed to go aboard on sea because there's VD. And these are guys that are married. And then they take that home to their wives. And I just saw too much of that on board, and particularly the Purvis. Some on the McGowan, more on the Purvis because I was there longer. I had over 2 years on the Purvis.